Okay.
I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil, and the purpose of drawing for me has always been a medium of expression, a way to say what words could not. And for my project, I knew I wanted to do something with art. But I didn't have too much of an idea at the very beginning. As I was brainstorming ideas, one of my friends suggested I do a graphic novel. And I have had the idea once or twice while perusing one of the many webcomics I have bookmarked on my computer, but it had always seemed like something I would keep telling myself, oh, maybe someday, but then never actually do. Mostly because I have no self-motivation, but also because it would interfere with schoolwork and other personal life stuff. But now that I needed to do a long-term project for class, I thought that senior seminar would be a good opportunity to actually do something I've been thinking about doing for a while. Now, having chosen what to do for the tangible part of the project, I needed to choose an essential question. I wanted to choose a topic that I was passionate about, and I decided that I was going to go with the essential question of how has diversity in comics changed over time, because for as long as I can remember, the idea that everyone is the same regardless of race, gender, orientation, is something that I have believed in very strongly. The results of my research were mostly what I expected, a very rocky start in regards to representation during the early years of comics, but gradually becoming more progressive towards the 21st century. Generally, as the world has grown more tolerant as a whole, so have comics. But through my research, I discovered why diversity is important in the first place, not only in comics, but media in general. It's important to be able to see people like yourself performing acts of greatness, confirming that you too can overcome odds that seem impossible. Because when you are only ever cast as a sidekick or background character, or even worse, not there at all, it begins to weigh in your sense of self, sense of what you are capable of doing. Superheroes enforce cultural norms, and in the 1978 film Superman states that he stands for truth, justice, and the American way. That was the first widely popular superhero movie, and that quote solidified superheroes as an American symbol. Heroes who represent the best our country has to offer. But when the people who are supposed to be the best of our best are ever only shown to be burly heterosexual white men, that sends a message, whether intentional or not, that these are the only people that can be heroic and are the only people who deserve to have their stories told. That is, of course, untrue, and I wanted my comic to be proof of that. I originally thought that making the comic would be fairly easy. I told myself, oh, Henry, you're such a hard worker, you'll get this done in no time. Which, of course, to the surprise of absolutely nobody, was not what happened. Writing the script, something that I originally intended to only take a month or so, took almost twice as long as anticipated. That left little time for the actual drawing, inking, and painting. And in the sake of saving time, I decided to use only color, red, only one color, red, which, had I completed all 20 pages in that style, would have been thematically appropriate and kind of neat since it was going to have horror elements in it. But even with only using one color, the process of making a page still took about 6 hours and 1/8 of a tube of paint to make. I decided to change how I was going about making the pages. At first, I did a single page as a rough sketch, and I would focus on only that page. And then once the sketch was done, and I had an idea on how I would lay it out, I would redraw the page in pencil, go over it in a micron pen, and then color it in paint. And when I finally did finish it, and it was all painted and done, it took a very long time. So in the interest of saving time and resources, I decided to thumbnail sketches en masse, and I was able to get most of the project done this way. Senior seminar pushed me outside my comfort zone, artistically and as a student. I was able to dip my toes into a new medium that I've been curious about for a long time. I was forced to develop better time management and study habits, and ultimately it allowed me to try something that I've been contemplating doing for a while. I would like to thank Ms. Dustin, who has been a great senior seminar teacher, Grace Burr of Creative Framing Solutions in Manchester for allowing me to shadow her, Mrs. Bragg for having been a supportive mentor and encouraging me to work through my doldrums, my friends and family for proofreading my script, and finally you, the audience, for attending my presentation. Thank you.